Hey girl, hey, how you doing? I feel like I want a theme song now. Welcome to the Angel Barnette Show. All right. As you're happy to say, hey girl, hey. My name is Angel Barnette. I am your natural hair rehab expert. I help Black women who do not want to relax or lock their strands to create healthy natural hair by incorporating mindset and mm, my natural hair healing formula that helps you step into this badass, fierce, bold, unapologetic, crown wearing queen that you know that you are. And that is exactly what I am going to be teaching you. I'm the owner of the Salon Angels Healthy Spa and the creator of the 5 phases to healthier and stronger natural hair. Um, Welcome. All right. So I would love to hear your thoughts and the conversations that we're about to have, right? So feel free to chime in, give me your 2 cents, give me your opinions, give me your thoughts, give me your beliefs. Ooh, right? Give me what you got. Brain dump, if you will, right? I know I'm a person that has a lot of ideas, and sometimes you need to do a brain dump, right? So yeah, tell me how you're feeling about the topics that we are going to talk about all the time, but especially for the Angel Barnett show. Okay, if you would like to join the conversation, you can send in some questions, your concerns, or what statements that you have, or your thoughts on anything particular that you would love to share. Um, Email my team at salon support, and I can pull it up on the screen at salonsupport@dreamnaturalhair.com. Okay. And what you'll do is you'll use the subject line Angels Conversations. That way we know what this is pertaining to, as well as you can be featured in one of our next episodes. So let's get into what we're talking about today. So today, of course, we're going to be talking about what's going on in my world, giving you just some little sneak peeks, a thing, really anything. If anything goes down in what's going on in my world, just to let you know, whatever comes to my mind. And after that, we're going to be talking about how your natural hair will tell a story, as well as what steps to take to achieve healing of your natural hair to the deepest soul level, right? It's more than just your hair, right? Your hair journey is more than just about your hair, right? And after that, we're going to be going over how long it will take you to achieve your natural hair bliss, right? So this is a segment where we can really get into what you want, right? And then I will be able to let you know about how long realistically, you know, will you be able to achieve that, right? So you know in your mind what that is. We're also going to be talking about discovering your natural hair's soul. I bet you're like, what in the world, Angel? Yes, your natural hair has a soul, and it is the reason why you haven't been as successful with your hair as possible because you're not treating that soul too well. I forgot to share this with my group before I get all the way in the groove. I know it's on my page. So, yes, we were to be talking about discovering your natural hair soul. And then to wrap it up, we will end with your healing quote for the week. All right. Let me share this with my group. Like, is somebody downstairs? What's going on? Join the conversation. Who is down there? You got your door? I'm like, hold on. It's 8:37 Central Standard Time. What is really going on? All right, let's get into it. So first, let's talk about what's going on in my world. Okay, so just a little sneak peek. Okay, and again, as we're hopping on, say hey, girl, hey. So yeah, let's get started with what's going on in my world, and then we'll go down the list and we'll go over how your hair tells a story, and then what steps to take to achieve your healing to the deepest soul level, and then we'll keep going on from there. All right. The biggest highlight that we're going to be talking about is discovering your natural hair soul, because that is the biggest reason why I think a lot of people are unsuccessful. They're not realizing that they're speaking negativity and bad things and all these things into their hair, and that soul is withering away, right? So we'll get more into that. Okay. So first, what's going on in my world? So what's going on in my world? I would say I've been rocking it with my team, working, really envisioning how I want my business to be, and figuring out more ways to share the movement that I'm creating, with realizing that, yeah, we are, like as Black women, we know that our hair means a lot more to us um, than we even may think a lot of times, right? And I'm not talking to the ones who can care less how their hair is. I'm not talking to you, right? I'm talking to you if you actually value like being able to know how to care for your hair yourself, right? Not being dependent or having to be dependent on going to somebody all of the time, or to where you're like, I can't even do like, because Corona happened, COVID-19 happened, and I know a lot of people who would otherwise be going to the salon is not, right? So it's just like, are you letting your hair wither away, or are you learning how to care for it, type of thing, right? So, and then and then on the flip side, really to be able to help women who they they love their natural hair, right? Let's say that you love your natural hair, but it's not acting the way that you want it to act, or it's not reacting the way you would want it to, right? It's not, you're like, I want it to grow. I think I'm doing the right things to make it grow, but it's just not, I'm not getting any traction, right? Like you may be getting some results here and there, but you're not really getting that traction, right? So, yeah, just to be able to help those women. What else is going on in my world? I guess we're going to be trying to sell the house, y'all. I guess. I guess. Look, just letting you know. I guess stuff is about to hit the fan, and we about to be running around. What is it? Running around. Y'all know I don't be knowing these sayings. Run around with the chicken with the head cut off, something like that. I be trying. Okay. I forgot to mention, make sure you get your wine. Okay, this is wine. Sometimes I don't drink wine out of a glass, and 80% of the time I'm not drinking wine out of a glass. It's either like this or whatever cup that I can get to. I really don't care what kind of cup it's in, to be completely honest with you. That's just me, right? Do what works best for you, right? So what else is going on? Let me see, one more thing that's going on. Oh, me and my husband have been grilling out a lot, and I have been loving all of the food. All of the food. who grills out? When was the last time you grilled out? Let me know down below. Oh my gosh. I taught him this my cousin Geraldine taught me um it's just something that I remembered her saying. She was a caterer, and of course, she's not with us today or here anymore. and I taught what I learned from her to my husband, and that chicken been all the way five. Like, oh my gosh. Actually, I can't wait to go down there after I do this to like maybe make me a little like he did. Okay, so today we did chicken breast. Yesterday we did chicken wings. I think over the weekend we did like steak and maybe some more chicken. We eat a lot of chicken, of course, right? I'm black, right? I'm black. I do like chicken. I'm not afraid to say it. But so that's been really fun eating that as well as not having to cook. But I think I usually do the sides, right? So we haven't been having a whole lot of sides, or like it's been from the can and not like cooked. But you know, y'all know I'll be talking about that self care. My self care does not involve me cooking every night, and I do not. Who cooks every night, right? Tell me what how do you feel about cooking every night? Because I really just feel like it just depends on the person, right? Like I know some people who use self care and they actually cook to calm down, or they love, like my cousin Geraldine. She said she loved to like she loved their reactions, or she loved to like not like watch them eat, but like see the enjoyment in their eyes. Like, oh, I did that. I don't I mean, it's okay, but it's not that serious. Like, everybody has their priorities, right? Right? But yeah, so that's been good. All right. Now let's talk about, and again, please join in on the conversation as you're hopping in. Say, hey girl, hey. So let's talk about how your hair tells a story and what steps to take to achieve healing to the deepest soul level. So let's do this. I want you to I want you to answer a couple questions for me. I'm gonna add this. I'm sure I could use this. Um, all right. So the first question is, oh, I think what I'm gonna start doing, y'all, because these Angel Barnett shows are still new, but I'm just having a really good time, and to be able to create a space to just conversate with you and get your input, get your opinion, as well as just talk with you. Like, not like trying to sell you anything. I mean, I do sell in these, right? I mean, I just I don't like put any pressure to it. I'm just talking. Like, we're literally just talking. Like, it's literally just talking. But um, to also be able to use this as a safe space for me to create. So this is what I'm going to start doing for anybody who's watching. I'm going to give myself permission to um, do my thing, right? Create, and also you can use this as an opportunity to be coached about your natural hair in a way that you been haven't experienced before, right? So I'm all about doing different things, right? I'm all about doing something different that you've never done to achieve a goal that you've never achieved. And I do a lot of mindset work, right? Remember, I help you with mindset, and I go over my natural hair healing framework. Like, that is a true for real thing, right? So just to let you know, I'm going to give myself complete permission to just do my thing, and while also serving you, right? So just to let you know. All right. So what I want you to ask yourself is a couple things. Um, is the length of your hair different? And I don't know how you say that. Different in different areas, right? Is it yeah, sure there's a different way to ask that, but yeah. So like, is it the same all around? I guess that would be the easier way to say it. Is the length of your hair the same length all over, or is it different? It's still different in different areas of your head. So that's the question number one. So go ahead and let me know. That's what I want you to think about. Is the length of your hair the same all over, or is it different lengths? I guess more so, different lengths in different areas of your head. Okay, and also one more. Okay, how's your hair story? Well, your hair, yeah, how your hair tells a story. Ooh, is your hair growing thicker or thinner? Ooh, I know I done cut a lot of people, right? What are you seeing? What are you seeing visually with your hair? Is it getting thicker or is it getting thinner? Oh my gosh. So think these are things to think about. How is your hair telling the story, right? How is it telling a story? So some ways that you could tell if it's growing thicker is closer to the new growth area, closer to your scalp is going to be thicker for sure. Like a lot thicker. Not just like gradually, but like a lot thicker. Like it should be like more abrupt. For example, I'm gonna flex on y'all real quick, show y'all my progress of my thickening. All right, so and I trim my ends. Them ends is looking real good, and it's gonna get even more thicker. All right, all right. So you see how, because if you don't know the story, last year when my client called me out, I was like, I need to start doing what I need to start doing, and I did. So last year I made the decision. My client called me out, was like, Angel, we're doing what you're telling us to do with our hair. We're getting results. And I, because I told her I wasn't happy with I wasn't really happy with my hair. And she said, well, you need to be doing what you need to do. It's not even hard. And I was like, you're right. Because I teach you that your hair journey should not be hard and complicated, right? You should just really be able to achieve your hair goals. And that's what I teach, right? But I was having a problem with consistency, and I put myself through my own online program, and I got my shit together. And so yes, so that was last January. I cut off like maybe solid 3.5, 4 inches off. And I also started massaging more. I started doing what I took myself through the process, right? It's going to be different for everybody. I teach you personalizing. Oops, I done added a whole bunch of something. I teach you personalizing because your journey is not a one shoe fits all type of thing. So you'll notice that it gets a lot thicker. I hope you can see that. A lot thicker in the new growth area. And then here at past this point, this is all new. This is all the new hair that I was like, oh, I want this. Can you see that? You see how thick that is? That's my edges, y'all. That is my edges. Honey, that hair was not there before. Can you see this? That hair was not there before. It was just this. That's how thick it used to be, and it used to be even thinner. It was thinner because my hair was pretty. I mean, I feel like it's longer than what it was before, but before I cut it, but you know, it was a lot. It was where you see maybe these is like I don't know 20 strands. It was probably one. Y'all, this was probably one strand, like back in the day, like for real, right? But think about that, right? Is your hair growing thicker or thinner? If it's thinner, then more than likely, so it'll start to where it'll look like it's breaking off on the ends, or it'll look thinner on the ends, and then it'll keep going up until where the new growth area will start getting thinner and thinner and thinner also, right? So you'll see a gradual change in it getting thinner and thinner and thinner, versus seeing it grow thicker and fuller, harder to manage, and then back easier to manage when you go through the system that we take our clients through because we know when it's going to happen. Okay. All right. So let's talk about how long, well, let's talk about the steps that you take to achieve the healing of your natural hair to the deepest soul level. And then we're going to go into, how long that it takes you to achieve your goals. We're going to be talking about your discovering your natural hair soul, and also we're going to end it with your healing quote of the week. And this is something that you will journal on throughout this next week. Each week we'll give you a new quote, and you journal on them. You call it into your existence. Okay. I help you call in the natural hair that you deserve, and I teach you how to care for it and how to be your full self, right? If at any time you hear something that has like touched your being, you touched your soul or whatever, or you're like, you're vibing with me, or you feel like somebody needs to hear this, or you just want to support my channel. I think I did forget to say that. Let me say that now because I did. I usually say it in the intro. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now. So, but yeah, first I will say to share this video. I usually say it in the beginning, but share this video wherever to your profile. I would greatly appreciate your help, right? And then you can also, if you would like to cash app me, you would like to donate in that way, you can, and I can pull it up on the screen. I was like, I felt like I was missing something, but I wasn't sure. All right, there it is. So it's the $ Angel Barnette. All right. And if you would like to support my channel, all right. So there's actually no A. There's no A after L. It's literally Angel. It's not Angela or Angie or anything. It's actually like Angel. Okay, not Angela. There's no A in there. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Okay, so let's get back to it. All right, so I'm going to go over what I teach my clients. Yeah, how to achieve their natural hair bliss. Let's first talk about what natural hair bliss is, because you keep hearing me say it, and then I want to make sure that you know what it is. So think about bliss, right? Let me see if I can look up the definition of bliss, actually. Let's do that. Um, Definition. Come on. I'm serious. Let's see. Perfect happiness, great joy. Yes. Reach a state of perfect happiness, typically so as to be oblivious of everything else. Ooh, that I did. Yes, yes, your natural hair bliss. Yes, let's talk about your natural hair bliss. Let me read that again. The definition of bliss is perfect happiness, great joy, right? And then the verb, so that's the noun part, and then the verb part in formal is to reach a state of perfect happiness, typically so as to be oblivious to everything else. That means you be talking to everybody and they be like, I'm struggling with my hair. And then you're like, I'm all the way in my natural hair bliss. Blessings, angels. Blessings to you as well. I wish I knew who you were. I can pull you up on here. If you would like for me to see you on StreamYard, I'm going live on StreamYard today. You can go to I had too much wine. StreamYard.com /Facebook. But I'm gonna go in here and hopefully it'll show me so you won't have to. I don't know why it's not showing me any comments, but if you would like to do that, that would be perfect. I'm gonna put my phone up here, so hopefully maybe it'll come back. It'll come on here and show me who you are, and then that'd be perfect. I really wish it. I thought it was going to. Maybe okay. Let me see where you are. That way I can go to you. Okay, self-care challenge. Hey, girl. All right, so let's keep going. Let me see if it will let me know. Miss Angel, hey girl. That sounds like yeah. let me try to see so you don't have to. That way you don't have to. All right, so welcome to the Angel Barnette show, Miss Angel Lynch. Right. All right, so let's get into your natural hair bliss, right? So being able to create your natural hair bliss it's more of a state of mind than just basic surface level things, right? Like your natural hair bliss, and I'm going to go over my framework and then we'll talk about how long it may take you to achieve your natural hair bliss. So as you're hopping on, say, hey girl, hey, know that your natural hair bliss is going to be different for you and different from anybody else, right? So when you get into that bliss, that means that you not only know how to take care of your hair, you not only know what products to use on your hair, you not only know how to use those products, you not only yes, right. It keeps freezing. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe it's my connection. Hopefully it'll get a little better. Or maybe try to refresh and maybe that'll help. Yeah, so your natural hair bliss, right? So for example, what do you want with your hair? Like just in general, right? Share with me down below. What do you want with your hair? Yeah, I'm thinking it's maybe my connection, maybe. Hopefully it'll get a little better. Okay, so it looks okay right now, but let me know. Let me know if it's keep freezing. Hopefully it'll be good. Okay. So being able to go through your journey and you have so I want to talk about this in a different way just to be completely transparent with you, right? So going through the process that we take our clients through to create more ease and flow in their life, going through those steps, not going through what you're going through right now. Because if whatever you're going through right now, if you're doing it, so this is what happens. If what you're doing right now is not helping you achieve your hair goals and you're thinking that that's the amount of energy that you have to waste, that's the amount of mind space and stressing out that you have to do and you still aren't achieving your hair goals, then you get a little like it's not worth it, right? So I want to get you out of that space and into you actually doing something that is really beneficial. What is the site again? Tell me what site you're looking for. Um, it's not showing me who is saying that, and it's not popping up on my screen. I'm sorry. Let me try to refresh. Let me know. Oh, let me see if it'll show. What was the site again? Okay, yeah, let me know. Are you talking about the you said you got it? Let me know if you look. Let me know what you need. Let me know what you need. Look, I see. I wish I knew. You got it, Angel. I got it. You got it. You got it, girl. What you need, girl? Let me walk. Let me. What can I help you with? How can I serve you? um. Yeah, going through. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, tell me what you want with your hair, right? Tell me what you want with your hair, and then I think the biggest thing that I've been running into with how I create my content is how can your hair serve you, right? So let me show you the process that I take my clients through. Oh, StreamYard.com/Facebook. So it's StreamYard.com/Facebook. And to my knowledge, the people who have done it, they said as soon as you click on the link, it'll ask for permission. You say accept, and then I think that's it, right? So StreamYard.com/Facebook. Oh, look, hold on, I can see you. Look, I got my wine here, so I don't know, it didn't register. I was like, oh, I can see your name, and I realized that you were asking. Look, okay, we got you, right? Okay, good. Yes, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go over this real quick. It's gonna be like super duper fast, or I'm gonna try to keep it really fast. Praise God, girl. Yes, he let you know. He'd be like, do this, and you'd be like, oh, I don't know, and then you like, nah, let me do that. All right, so I'm going to do the quick version, right? So the quick version is the first step in my natural hair healing process is creating your soulful goal. Okay. So creating your soulful goal is something that I do with a lot. Well, I really rather do it with all of my new clients that I work with, whether it's in the salon or it's virtually online with my premium online program. I usually take people through this process because I've learned in my career, my 20 years of working with naturals, working with black women, because that's who I serve, right? Black women with kinky natural hair that don't want to lock their hair, they don't want to relax it or anything. But I learned that when I worked with the people that they didn't have any hair goals in general, that it was harder for them to improve the health of their hair. And then the clients that had a actual goal that they knew when they would achieve it, then they were more likely to achieve their goals and keep going. So what I've done through my journey, or as I was creating this process, right, the systems and methods that I have to work with my clients and have them do at home also, is that this was a necessary first step, right? And I started asking what were their goals and also filling the people out, because if they didn't, I would try to maybe talk about why they should. And if they were just like, nah, then I knew that was not the client for me, right? I have learned that I tend to be the person who wants the honest best for my clients. So that's what I give them. And that's an investment too, right? You know, it's like paying either $5 or $500, right? You do get what you pay for, and I got that from a lot of people too, right? Everybody is not ready for that type of investment, and that's okay, right? Because you got your choice, or you can do it on your own, right? But I learned my clients need to have a goal. So I help you create this big, healthy hair goal that is like jaw dropping and that you never even thought, like maybe in your soul you thought was possible, but didn't think that you really could achieve it. So I help you think even bigger than that. I help you create your soulful goal, and then I help you create bite-sized pieces to achieving that goal in this one. Okay, so I actually do this with my self-care challenge that we do here periodically throughout the year. My next step in my natural hair healing process is learning your progression cycle. So learning your progression cycle is actually the steps, y'all, that you take to see progression with your hair. So it's like a cause and effect type thing, honestly. I created those steps, the cycle from the results that my clients were getting in the salon. And when I noticed I would do certain things with their hair, then this would happen, right? So I put it to the test. I categorized it, and this is like 6, 7 years strong, right? So literally, I tell my clients, do this first, and then they get a result. Do this next, get a result, and they just do that. So this is your cycle. There's 5 phases in this cycle that you go through, and you would just continue to do those phases. You would do phase number 1, phase number 2, 3, 4, 5, and after you get to phase number 5, then you do phase number 1 again, right? So cause and effect, as far as being able to tell you how long or how thick should your hair be by the time you finish the phases, right? We've got it down to the science. We got it down to the science of, like, if you have an afro, or if you're starting with no hair, of how long your hair should be in each phase, right? So what this does, it lets you know that you're headed in the right direction, as well as what to expect before it happens, right? So we just know from the same process that we take all of our clients through. Do this first, and then the results, right? So for example, the first phase in the cycle is pushing the reset button on moisture, right? A lot of naturals, their main struggle, a lot of them, their number one main struggle is usually that their hair is dry, it's damaged, it's brittle, and it's breaking off, right? It's not growing longer. It's like, because it's dry, it's causing all of these other things. You got single strand knots. It's unmanageable. It's a little bit, it gets matted, or the hairstyles don't last long, right? So what I do is I address that head first. So it's like, it's like healed, right? It's because it's your natural hair healing process, right? It's healing your hair, learning how to heal your hair. It's a cause and effect. Do this first, and then this will happen, type of thing, right? So the next step in the framework is preventing product junkie habits. And let me know if you can see this. Hopefully you can see this and it's not backwards or it looks weird. I know I got a light too, so it's probably looking. You probably see the light or something. But the next one is prevent product junkie habits. This is really self-explanatory, right? With the natural hair community, people make it seem like you're supposed to buy all the products and you're supposed to go through all this trial and error. And I'm like, how much ever trial and error you want to go through, you can do that. But if you're looking for an actual answer to your problems that don't, okay, good, perfect, that don't involve buying a whole bunch of products, then that's a necessary step, right? Being able to know what products that you should be using on your hair, knowing how to use them for your specific type of hair needs, and all of that, instead of just buying random hair products, right? What I do is I teach you how to work with the products that you currently have first, and then teach you what your next purchase should be. Not going buying products just because it's on sale, right? Or is on sale, or maybe even a gift from somebody. I don't even want you to take those gifts. When people sign up for my programs, I tell them, do not buy any more products, right? And that's why, right? I know you probably going to be over in a corner shaking somewhere talking about, but it's on sale. But don't do it. Promise me, do not do it, okay? The next one, and then there's a total of 9, so now we're on 4. The next step is learning your specific situation, all right? So everybody has situational things, right? What is your situational thing, right? For example, I have a couple situational things, right? I'm still going through my journey. I would say my edges is a situation. I'm growing this spot right here, like, y'all. This is so damn long, y'all. This started January. I don't, y'all can't even see the end. This started January last year, right here. And I was like, oh, So when I started putting myself through my own program that I have my clients through, I was like, oh, dang, right? I should have been doing this the whole time. I got consistent, and I was like, oh man, okay. But that used to be a lot thinner, and it was, like I said, it was like a centimeter, you know. So what are your situation? Maybe you got a problem with your arm, holding your arm up, or maybe you have to have your hair a certain way. It depends on your situations. Do you have a scalp issue? Do you have psoriasis? Do you got whatever, whatever? Do you not like to wear hair on your face at all? Do you whatever, right? Whatever it is, whatever your situational things are, everybody, there's no one shoe size fits all type of hair care regimen, right? So this helps you personalize to you so it's not overwhelming, it's not complicated, and you're not doing the most and everything. You're only doing what is best for you. Let me know if that makes sense, right? So after you're learning your specific situation, you're going to choose your go-to styles. So by this time, what this means is I need to make sure that you have certain styles that you have as staples. So this way you can really move and maneuver through your journey with ease because you have these certain styles that you do. I usually tell my clients to first start with one and then you can go on to two and three. A solid three is like perfect, but you could have five, six, seven, eight. Excuse me. I would say no more than eight. Like just keep it down to eight, right? That way you know how to make that hairstyle last longer. You have your regimen together. If something gets messed up, then you know how to fix it, type of thing, right? Those are your go-to styles, right? I teach you how to choose your go-to style as well as how to make it last longer than one day, right? Or if you go on vacation, how can you plan for that? Or to be able to go in the rain and be like, I'm good, I know how to fix this, you know to what I want it to look like. It's all good, right? Instead of stressing out like, oh shit, I'm in trouble, right? I gotta start all over, and and be straight. Y'all know how it is, right? So the next one is evolve your care. So if remember the cause and effect that I was talking about with learning your progression cycle. So this is in the effect part as well as helping you map out how long it's going to take for you to achieve your hair goals. And I don't have my notebook with me, but just work with me. Work with me. I'm usually a visual person, but this is what I got right now. So evolving your hair care, what that means is when you just put it in your mind that you're definitely going to see improvements with your hair and your scalp, growing healthier, growing thicker, growing longer. So since we already know that the steps that we're going to take you through are going to help your hair improve, we want to also let you know when you can expect that to happen, as well as how to now change how you care for your hair. Right? Let me know if that makes sense. So, and I think I still have this up here. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. I was like, what is that? Okay. So it's so for example, my edges, right? Because y'all know I'm working on my edges, and I'm proud of these edges of how much thicker it's gotten. Right? So look. Okay. I hope I got the right angle. So for example, when this wasn't here yet, right? So this is what my edges looked like before. And it's actually thinner, right? So what happened is me starting here, following the phases, going phase one, right? Pushing the reset button on moisture, going phase two, right? Starting my transition so I can have less single strand knots and less split ends and all that without doing the big chop every year, right? Just trimming off little by little, learning that, right? So doing that while my hair is here is I do it things a little bit different now that I'm here, right? I have to do it a little bit different. And instead of doing it the same way and then not seeing the progress with my hair for a while and like wonder, dang, it was going so well, right? It's kind of hot. It was going so well, and then I what I was doing was working, and now it's not. That's what that is, right? As your hair's health improves or even declines, right? So if it declines, you have to take care of it differently too, so you can improve it, right? But as the health of your hair gets healthier, as your hair gets thicker, as it grows longer, as it gets fuller and all that, how you care for it will change also. So you have to evolve your care, right? So we actually have it laid out to where we'll walk you through, like for example, I teach my clients that I can help them achieve, they can achieve their hair goal, their natural hair bliss rather, in 5 years, at least 5 years, right? So for example, if you have a length goal of waist length, right? And let's say it doesn't really matter what length your hair is, you should be able to achieve that natural hair bliss in 5 years, right? And we map that out for you with Evolve Your Care the whole way through. So that means in 5 years, like we can map you through each year of what shifts you should be making as it grows thicker, as it grows longer. And we can let you know, in your cycle, you'll learn when it's going to get harder to manage, when it's going to start getting easier to manage, or when, when you can tell it's going to grow thicker. Like we can tell you when it's going to happen before it happens, just because we've helped a lot of women do that. And I put it into, that's how I created that, and then we follow it, and it's been rocking ever since, like with everybody, every single body, right? So on the flip side, that's how you get the results. And then this is how you change how you care for your hair. Instead of doing the same thing wherever you're like, well, it used to work and it doesn't now. Okay, you got to do something different, right? You either got to use a different product, or you got to style it differently, or just whatever, right? You just got to do it differently, right? That's what we teach you. The next thing is matching your lifestyle and your personality. So this is the biggest thing that I feel like a lot of people lack, right? The consistency, right? It's in the consistency section, right? So matching your lifestyle and your personality with your regimen and how you care for your hair, meaning how often are you doing things with your hair? How often are you shampooing, or how often are you blah, 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 right? Aside from the technique part, right? Because we want to dial in on your specifics of what you should be doing and not just naturals in general, because who cares what everybody else is doing if that's not what you should be doing, right? Remember, success comes with doing the right things and not all of the things or all of the products. No, only the right products. Um, so instead of listening to so and so homegirl, a YouTuber or Facebook friend or whatever, and she says, this is what I do with my hair, and my hair is luscious, and you're looking at her and you're like, her curl pattern look the same as mine. Or she likes to wear her hair similar to what I like to do, so, or it looks the same or whatever, and you try to do whatever she's done, and it is complicated as hell. She's doing a lot of things, she's using a lot of products, and that's okay if it's good for her, right? But the problem is you will try to do that yourself thinking, okay, it's got to work out, but it wasn't tailored to you, right? I teach you to bypass doing all of the things and just immediately start doing what you need to do instead, right? So creating a regimen that fits your lifestyle so it's not overwhelming. If you don't have the time to spend an hour on your hair every day, don't create a regimen that involves you doing something with your hair for an hour every single day, right? Doesn't that make sense? Right? But the natural hair community, I guess, is just telling people you got to do it, or I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I teach you how to match your lifestyle and your personality, right? And that goes into everything, your personality. Like for me, I don't really like to wear a lot of hair on my face. It looks really cute if sometimes I do, but I don't really like to do that. So no, I'm good, right? But then to be able to show up still bold and unapologetic, even though I don't have my hair on my face, right? Yes, yes, you rocking with me, like do what you want to do with your hair, right? Do what you really want to do with your hair, right? And then next, add your inches. So by the time you get to this point, girl, your hair is growing consistently. So a lot of people, like I would say up in here is where a lot of people struggle when they get to a certain length of their hair. And they were like, at first, I didn't have any problem growing my hair longer. And now, like, I don't even really know if it'll get longer, right? That's where you got to learn how to take care of your hair differently. and then matching your lifestyle and your personality, and then that way your inches can really get to clicking. But by this point, it happens more consistently, and then you get to learn what other tricks that you can do. You don't need to learn the tricks to adding your inches when you're first starting, right? It's best to just go through the process. That way, it's smooth and not bumpy and all over the place. Like that's not what we're trying to do. And then the last one is reaching your fullest potential, right? So with the fullest potential, you know that you can create whatever you want to create, right? By this time, you know the possibilities of your hair, you've seen the changes of your hair, and you get to choose and say, what do I want to work on now, right? What I do is I teach, I told y'all about the goals, right? I have my clients create goals and all of these. So what I do, like my online program, I have them first create a 6-month goal, and that way I can help them break that down into the 6 months. And then after they achieve their 6-month goal, and here's the kicker, because I got to toot my own horn too. Here's the kicker. So usually the 6-month goals that my clients, commit to when they get into my program, they achieve that like within the first month. So it's really easy for them to be like, okay, let me keep doing this, right? And these are the people who implement, what I teach, and they're not just learning and learning just to be learning, right? No, they implement, right? And then they ask questions and all that, right? So they'll achieve that goal, and then okay, what's next? What do you want now? Okay, you got your hair longer. Now what? Okay, you want to have your go-to styles perfect. Now what? What's next? We can keep it going, right? All right, so that is the natural hair healing framework. Next, we're going to go into how long will it take you to achieve your natural hair bliss, and then we're going to talk about discovering your natural hair soul and your healing quote of the week, and then we'll end it with your healing quote of the week, which is something that you journal on to call in your natural hair bliss. Yes, yes, yes. If you're into journaling, these quotes are all the way the truth. So let's first talk about how long it will take for, oops, I did not stop this wrong button. How long it will take for you to achieve your natural hair bliss. And I don't have my notebook. I think it's in my car. I think I was doing some journaling in my car waiting to pick up my daughter. So like I said, I teach my clients that they should be able to achieve their natural hair bliss in 5 years if they want to achieve waist length hair. So this means if you cut off all your hair in 5 years, you should be able to have your natural hair bliss of waist length hair that's easy to manage. You know how to take care of it, right? I feel like for a lot of people, they were saying that, well, Angel, if I had all this hair, like I feel like that would be a lot. Okay, that will be a lot with the knowledge that you have now on how to care for hair, because you're already stressing out on the hair that you have now. So what would make you think that it would be any different with the knowledge that you have now, right? That's why I would be teaching you what changes to make with your hair, what to expect as you do that, right? I could say, I'm going to have you do this, and then this is going to happen, and then it happened, right? It's just that super easy, right? So it depends on how long that you want your hair to be. How long do you want your hair to be, right? Let me know in the comments. It could be waist length, it could be tailbone length. So this is what I usually do. And again, if you're having a problem trying to figure out what your goal is, we do that in my self-care challenge. You can comment down below. I don't think we're doing a word right now because registration is not open yet. It's not open for the self-care challenge, but I guess you can comment with the word self-care, and then a member of my team will let um, when we're announcing dates for the next one or whatever. But we actually go over that in depth in the whole 5 days, right? But okay, so you said waist length. Perfect. Yes. Right. So what I do in the self-care challenge is I help you to, even push you beyond that, right? So how would it feel for you to have your hair longer? How would that feel? Would it stress you out? Or would it be like, if it'll grow that long, why not? If it's that, then go longer, right? If it's not, and if it doesn't feel right, then you can keep it the same, right? Go off of what you feel, right? God is always there to guide you, right? And He's there all of the time, right? What feels right. So waist length, I usually in it really what I usually do is I don't even really care how long that your hair is. I usually still give you that 5 year mark, right? I usually still give you that 5 year mark. That way you have a lot of wiggle room. But if your hair is like mid back length, then maybe we can not say it's going to take 5 years. But I usually like to just say, unless you're like a couple inches away, I usually just like to give you the 5 years, right? So, yeah, I would give you 5 years, right? Give you 5 years. What we do in my program is we break it down into, well, currently we're breaking it down into 12 months, like an annual membership, but we're actually working on some changes to different types of membership levels, but that's not until like maybe, well, that probably won't roll out until like June or something. But right now, yeah, so like annual, you can commit to 12 months, or you can just go month to month. But when you get in, we'll tell you to create a 6 month goal. So we'll take you 6 month increments. Usually I do that just because in 6 months we should be able to take you through at least two phases of the progression cycle, right? Remember we talked about the progression cycle right there, right? So there's 5 phases. So in 6 months, we should be able to take you through two phases, right? So what that does is you get to already know what to expect when you come in, what type of results you should have after 6 months, right? And what you do is, what is the hardest I find for my clients, and this is just me being transparent, what I find is that they're like, Angel, is this all I got to do? And I'm like, yeah, we're just waiting on time. We're waiting on time, as well as you saying, oh, Angel, this is happening with my hair. Like, oh my gosh, it's not going up the way it's supposed to be, or it's changing, and it's just evolving your care. And then I get to say, remember, just go to evolve your care, right? You knew this was happening. I saw you. Okay, go change that thing, and then send you on your way. And then you're like, oh, okay. It used to be bra strap length. Okay, yeah, girl, look. Yes. That's the perfect. I would still give you 5 years, right? Because it depends on the health of your hair, right? So if your hair, and I don't know how healthy your hair is. I'm going off of like maybe my story. So my hair was extremely damaged, but it was a decent length, right? But it was a lot damaged. It was damaged, right? So the natural hair bliss is more than just about length too, right? Success is just not in the length of your hair. And I think I talked about that recently. Success, I think success is not in the length of your hair, right? Success is in your natural hair bliss, right? Of being able to care for it easier, not being hard to manage and all of that, not stressing you out, and having a regimen that fits your lifestyle and your personality, and being able to have your go-to styles and all that, right? So yeah, I'll say 5 years. So discovering your natural hair bliss is our next topic, and then we're going to end with your healing quote of the week. So discovering your natural hair. So what I will say about this, and it's going to be super quick because we're about running out of time here. That's right. Yes, yes, girl. Oh my gosh. Because a lot of people get wrapped up in the length, and it's more to it than the length, right? It's just way more to it. So so your natural hair. So I feel like a lot of people aren't realizing that their natural hair has a soul. I want you to shift how you think about your natural hair and about caring for it. What I would find is a lot of people speaking a lot of negativity on natural hair, and it's coming from a place of them just not really knowing how to care for their hair, and they're getting frustrated, right? They're like, I'm putting all this energy and it's nothing is really changing for me. So they're like, oh, this has become a burden. That means I gotta try all the things with my hair. I gotta buy all the products with my hair. And in reality, no. The reality, no. You actually need to start pouring love and positivity into your hair, right? What if you believe that your natural hair has a soul, you will start to talk to your hair in a different way. And your hair is an extension of yourself, right? I teach my clients how to create the natural hair that represents them, right? And there is no right or wrong, right? It's your natural hair bliss. It's different for everybody, but it's knowing that you can create what you want and then following the steps to take it to create more ease and flow in your life, right? I remember there was a study. Yes, I remember there was a study about water, about how they would play the water, or even with water or plants or whatever, but they would play maybe music that was like really kind of rough and like heavy metal or whatever. And then the other one, they would do, classical music or really nice type light music or whatever. And then the other plant, the plant that was getting the destructive things, it was dying, right? It was dying. And the other plant was thriving, right? But you can do that with water as well. You can do that with water, and you can do that with anything. You can do that with your life. So what I transcended that with me was praying over things, right? It's whatever feels right for you. It's different for everybody with the religions and all this spirituality and all of this, right? But for me, um, I'm a spiritual person. I grew up Christian, but anyways, being able to pray over my water, being able to pray over things and thinking about it like that, do that with your hair, right? And do that with your products, right? Breathe life and prosperity into your hair, and you breathe that into yourself, and that is when your hair starts to change, right? That's when I teach you how to do, instead of thinking of your hair as a burden, think of your hair as an opportunity, which brings me into our healing quote of the week. Which brings me into our healing quote of the week. I believe that's actually what it was. Let me click on it to make sure. My hair is not a burden, it's an opportunity. Yes, that is what it is. Let me type that in. My hair is not a burden, it's an opportunity. So what you would do with this healing quote of the week is you will write this down in a notebook or wherever. You will write it over and over and over and over and over again. So I like to journal on I don't have no notebook. I usually got a notebook. It's over there. I'm not gonna bother. But you write it in I usually do like to do College Street. I'm not College Street. Where am I going? College look. I'm thinking of College Street. Um College Rule, because it's smaller, so you'll just write it. Usually what I do, if it's a short phrase, I'll do two per line, right? So I'll write it and then I'll write another one and then I'll just keep going, right? So at least do a whole page. So what you're doing, you're calling in what you want, right? You're reprogramming your mind, right? Your soul to get what you want. Put it on your bathroom mirror, right? Yes, right? So the purpose is to get it repetitive, right? So you can, like Angel says, you could, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it in as many places as you want to, right? As you can, or what, what's best for you, right? I know my cousin, she does the posting on the mirror things. Um, I guess I just haven't done it. I usually just write. As long as I get that repetition in writing wise, that I usually do that. But my cousin, I know she does a lot of that. She'll post it in different areas. Even like vision boarding things. I think that would be nice to do if I could get somebody on here that does like vision board stuff. That's why we do a lot of visioning. Even in the self-care challenge, we do a lot of visioning and future casting and all of that, right? But doing it repetitively, right? Finding your consistency. Consistency is where the length retention is, right? But of course, doing all the things right, because you got to have the knowledge, the techniques, and consistency. Can't just have one. You got to have all three, right? But you can journal it. You can you can put it on a screen, do like create a notepad and put it on your screen, wallpaper on your screen. You can put in your wallet or wherever, whatever you're seeing a lot of times, wherever, right? Or you can just journal and just put that in your brain, and then it becomes you, right? What you focus on improves, right? All right. All right. So thank you so much for rocking with me today. I'll have you we do a healing quote each and every week. So exciting. So you can journal each day. You can do a different line or whatever is coming up for you. You can think about your hair differently, and then think about what you would rather have and journal on that as well. You can do that as well. All right, so thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget, I would love to hear your thoughts about showing up in the society that we live in as Black women with natural hair. If you would love to join in the conversation, don't forget where we rock it out every Tuesday so far for 8:30 Central Standard Time. You can feel free to send in your questions, concerns, or statements that you have about showing up in the society that we live in as a Black woman with kinky natural hair, right? You can send it in to my team at salonsupport@dreamnaturalhair.com. Let me find it here. So you'll use the subject line Angels Conversations or Conversation or whatever. And then you can be featured in one of our next episodes. Yes, so let's continue the conversation in my next free 5-day self-care challenge, where I'm going to be hosting we're going to go through releasing your old hair stories that hold you back from growing your hair, your current hair story, so we can redefine and recreate the natural hair that deep down inside you know is possible for you. And then I'm going to be giving you the steps to accomplish your natural hair healing to the deepest soul level. Okay. For more information, you can visit, and here it is, dreamnaturalhair.com/self-care challenge. And for any of your hair needs, reach out to me, holla at me, okay? Thank you so much. Where the workbook printout. So, Miss Angel, I believe you were in the April self-care challenge. So I'm not sure if the workbook is still there because the challenge ended, I think, last Wednesday. So it may still be in the group. I know the trainings for sure are off. They got taken down yesterday. Um, but I'm not sure if the workbook is still there. If it is, it's in the guide section. It'll be in the guide section. So when you get into the group, you'll maybe see some tabs, and then you'll see, like, I can't remember. It may be like home or like I'm sure it'll say guide. It'll say guide. Even if you on a desktop, it'll say guide. You click guide. The first thing that you'll see is it'll say introduce yourself, and then it'll say questions. You keep going, and then that third one I think should say the workbook if it's still there. If it's not, then you can enroll into the next challenge, and then you'll get the most up-to-date workbook, because sometimes we improve the workbooks and change it and stuff. Um, yes. All right, y'all. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you next time. I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you. No problem. No problem. You are so welcome. All right, y'all. You have a wonderful evening. I'm about to finish my wine. I think me and my husband are going to watch some anime, something, I guess. I think he's down there waiting for me. I'm about to eat this barbecue that he just got finished barbecuing. It's about to be really good because that chicken was, oh my gosh. It was really good. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see you next time. Bye.